9:23, and we got time for entertainment now, of course. Emily in Paris, Emily in Rome. Devo Brown. Buongiorno, Devo.
Part 2, Emily in Paris, season 4 is dropped. We chatted with the cast, and we saw some of that when part 1 happened. But now Emily is taking her shenanigans, because I say Emily.
You can call them shenanigans. Yeah. That's a bit of a finger wag. I get that. Yeah.
She does some things, you know, but she's taking it to Rome for part 2, which just dropped last night. I mean, look, this show is a lot of fun. People are enjoying it a lot. Emily is working in Paris, of course. She's kind of gotten in some relationships. And this season sees her having to travel over to Rome for work as well. And that shows up with a new love interest as well. So with the work stuff, she has her boss, who's played by Philippine Boyu, who's Sylvie, who's that hard boss, you know what I mean, on her. She sends her out that way, and of course, Emily is played by Lily Collins as well. So we had a chance to chat with both of them. Let's take a look at it.
See that? Sylvie just hired someone new. An American girl?
Genevieve looking chic.
Sylvie gave me a bit of a Paris makeover.
Jenny from the blog is now Genji from Laurenti's Mall.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, don't encourage her.
We've seen Sylvie boss from day one, the confidence, the power, the intimidation. We see her slightly warming up. Will we see more of that as she warms up towards some of her staff?
By the end of the season, she's a different person, but she'll go back to her old ways. What brings you to Paris?
Exploring some business opportunities.
GVMA is desperate to acquire them.
I'd love to get a meeting with Marcelo.
I'm not going to Rome.
It's not the first time you mix business with pleasure. You're actually quite good at it.
Sylvie has like spots where you see that from her past she was a different person, so she can go back there, but she always comes back to her, you know, structure of Sylvie boss. Buongiorno, Emily.
And we also see her kind of not use her phone this much in this season. It's not glued to her.
Yes, which I so appreciate you noticing, because in the second half, you do also see more of the switching vacay mode on, and she's vacation Emily, and the phone doesn't always have to be out. And I think that's a real work-life balance lesson, you know, and I think that's something we were striving to have Emily learn a bit more this year.
Uno, due, tre, quattro.
You're only here for a few days. There's a lot to see. Andiamo.
Andiamo.
Are you able to do that personally?
I definitely am. I have created a way better work-life balance from season 1 to now in my real life, and I will say that I need a little reminding from time to time, but I am able. I think sometimes when I'm 9 hours ahead of where all the work is happening, it's a little easier knowing that no one's awake, so you can actually switch off.
I really needed this.
What did you need?
A break from work, Paris, everything.
Your selfie game, is it as good as Emily's yet? Are you getting there?
I hate to say it, I feel like my selfie game is stronger than Emily's.
Whoa.
I know, I really feel like I teach Emily a thing or two with my selfie game. I hate to say it. I think, you know, I've learned from a few great people, and Emily usually isn't just taking selfies for selfies. She's taking selfies with monuments in the background. I think she could frame up a little bit better on her face.
Which city do you prefer?
Paris or Rome?
Surprise!
Taking it on the road, Devo. From Paris to Rome, all the dream vacations, right? All the dream fashion vacation, romance destinations. This show knows what it's doing.
Yeah, you take all those things that you had already and then add the Italian love to it and the scenery and all that. I'm thinking about, because I got a chance to go to Italy this summer, so I'm like, how did they, in front of Trevi Fountain, how do you shut that down? How do you go by, you know, these cathedrals? It's amazing.
And did they?
They did.
Okay.
All that, where you see all those shots. So amazing stuff. Part 2 of Emily in Paris season 4, or Emily in Rome, is streaming now on Netflix.
I like how they're doing that. Part 1, Part 2 of series, of seasons, you know? Gives us a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Great job, Devo. Great chats. Everybody likes talking to Devo.